Brunei is also actively involved in regional initiative through Asian and SEMIOSESEP. The country participates in forums, workshop, and training programs, and Brunei has even hosted initiatives such as our Happy Neighborhood program last year, somewhere in June, with SEMIOSESEP. So this program focuses on holistic social emotional development, fostering family, community, school interaction, and building professional capacity for preschool teachers. The regional cooperation allows Brunei to adopt best practices from neighboring countries, enriching its own play-based and holistic preschool program. Next, please. Beyond the region, Brunei collaborates with global organizations such as UNESCO and UNICEF. UNESCO provides the ECCE Teacher Competency Framework, I think that's somewhere in 2018, which provide teachers, preschool teachers training and ensure teachers are well prepared to support holistic child development. UNICEF support inclusive teaching materials and awareness campaign on children's rights, emphasizing social emotional learning and inclusive pedagogy. So this collaboration also ensures that Brunei's national policies and program align with the international standard and Wawasan Brunei 2035, promoting high quality early childhood education. Next, please. Okay, next, we see how Brunei integrates culture and religion into early childhood education through the Malay Islam Baraja, or we call it the Malay Islamic monarchy approach. This ensures children develop academically while also cultivating strong moral and cultural values. In classroom, teacher integrate, for example, in classroom, teacher integrate activities such as celebrating Hari Raya with traditional songs and traditional game, making traditional toys like kikik or kites in English, and also preparing traditional kueh or snacks, and art and craft to encourage creativity and appreciation for local culture. Islamic values are taught through daily prayers, stories of the prophets and good moral, and interactive activity emphasizing kindness, honesty, and helping others. Additionally, the ECCE unit is developing e-book covering hygiene, safety, moral, and Islamic teachings across 11 preschool themes. This approach strengthens cultural and regional, this approach strengthens cultural and religious identity, nurturing children who are well-mannered, morally upright, and proud of their heritage. Next, please. Despite this achievement, Brunei faces changes such as ensuring inclusive education, integrating digital technology, and addressing urban-rural access gaps. In rural areas, some preschool face a shortage of trained teachers and limited learning facilities. To address these challenges, the government provides continuous teacher training, distribute complete learning materials, and support rural preschool to ensure all children access to quality education. Technology is being introduced through tablets and interactive applications for literacy and numeracy, allowing teachers to tailor learning experience for their children. Early results show improvement in writing, reading, arithmetic, and also engagement among the children. These challenges and opportunities provide Brunei with a chance to continue strengthening inclusive, innovative, and technology-enhanced early childhood education. Next, for my conclusion, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is evident that strong collaboration among family, teachers, school, and the wider community plays a vital role in enhancing early childhood outcomes. Building upon the foundation, Brunei Darussalam continues to explore new initiatives such as the Simpur Empat pilot project, which seek to broaden access to further improve the quality of early childhood education in Brunei. In conclusion, Brunei Darussalam reaffirmed its steadfast commitment to early childhood education through active participation in both regional and global initiatives, as well as through the implementation of innovative national programs such as SBN 21 and Simport 4. By embedding our cultural, religious, and Islamic values within these efforts, we ensure that our approach remains holistic, inclusive, and contextually grounded. Through this ongoing initiative, we aspire to provide every child with a strong foundation for lifelong learning, empowering them to meet the challenges of the 21st century, while also contributing to the shared advancement of early childhood education across our region and beyond. For that, I think that's all from me. Thank you, distinguished guests, colleagues, for your attention and commitment. Together, we may continue to strengthen early childhood education, nurturing confidence, capable and creative young learners across the region, inshallah. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much for the first speaker. Because time is limited, we will not provide the question and answer. If you want to ask to the speaker, please directly to them to ask the question. We learn a lot from the presenter. One is about the enrollments. We see in Singapore is 95%. In Indonesia, from the keynote speaker, we get 36% enrollment. And in Brunei is 99.9%. So the enrollment is different from one country to another country. And many programs that will be presented by what we say, our presenter about the brain development in the early childhood state. It's up to the 80% brain growing. So, and many programs like Tanoto Foundation, they have what we Anak Sigap program. Is a very good program, can be adopted to your community. If you want to ask the question, please directly to our speaker because our time is limited. I return back to our what we say MC this program. Thank you very much for our presenter and for the audience.
Thank you very much, Mr. Edfuti. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, let's give our speakers and moderator a round of applause. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, sirs and madam, may I invite Mr. Janira Datukan, governing board members of Philippines, took to the stage to present a token of appreciation to our speakers and moderator.
So to our moderator and speakers, would you kindly please move forward to receive the token of appreciation
from the committee.
We do apologize for very limited time. We know that probably some of you
I believe a lot of our
already writing down some questions.
Yeah, so please do, if you have any questions, just submit to our committee. Maybe you can also write the speakers that you want to ask to, and also the questions as well. Once again, thank you so much for our speakers. Ibu Inge, Ibu Inge, Ibu Hasti, Bapak Haris, dan juga Madam Susi.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your kind participation. Maybe after that, we can also have a group picture together.
Of course, it's very
important,
crucial that we have documentation for this first session.
Yeah, first topic.
Plenary session.
Yeah. Yeah, can we have a group picture together? Maybe we can go together. And also Pak Edfuti first. Another one for Bapak Edfuti.
One more certificate for
our moderator,
our
Mr.
moderator,
Edfuti.
Mr.
Thank you
Edfuti.
so much, Bapak Edfuti. Lihat sini Pak, fotografernya.
The camera,
Okay.
sir. Can we have a group picture and would you kindly move forward, Ibu Bapak, please?
Ya.
Thank you very much.
Boleh maju ke depan Bapak dan Ibu. Ya. Is it okay? Kurang ke kanan? Okay, one more with C sign maybe perhaps, ladies and gentlemen. Could you please?
With your right hand, the C sign.
With your right hand, with C. Thank you so much. Terima kasih banyak Bapak dan Ibu. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so
You
much.
may return to your seat.
And what is our next agenda, Chair Pri?
Okay, so before we continue to our second plenary session, we're going to watch something.
Something. What is it?
Special performance.
Performance. Yeah, the honorable guests, respected speakers, and also esteemed participants. Following to the next agenda, we will present you a very special performance from the talented children of TK KB Islam Alifa, Kebayoran Lama, South Jakarta. KB TK Islam Alifa was established in 2003 under Yayasan Pusat Studi Pendidikan Publik. It aims to nurture young children to become faithful, independent, and skilled individuals ready for higher education. The school implements a national curriculum with deep learning and differentiated instruction supported by certified teachers and also various creative extracurricular activities.
This performance is titled Tari Kreasi Nusantara. So this dance is inspired by the incredible diversity of Indonesia, our rich traditions, colorful costumes, and the spirit of unity across our islands. From the exotic rituals of Nusa Tenggara Timur to the elegance of West Sumatra, the cheerful hospitality of Betawi Jakarta, the energy of West Java's Jaipong, and the joyful rhythms of Papua all come together in one beautiful celebration of culture. Through this performance, the children remind us of the true essence of Indonesia: love, cooperation, mutual respect, and the strength of unity in diversity. So please sit back and enjoy this colorful journey across the Indonesian archipelago. Let's give a warm round of applause for
TK KB Islam Alifa.
Malintang tigo bidang sa bidang para paro-paro de mamalay kamarintang de kami bansay kamaneso kita jol parang jolun dita yang dita nabaso akong kami jo budida inang kami jo baso o ala ela o ala ela o la o ala e ala ela o ala ela o la o ala
Wow.
I'm speechless.
Wow, once again, please give big applause for TK KB. Even I forgot. Wow, so speechless. TKKB Islam Alifa.
Terima kasih banyak.
Boleh diam dulu di atas. Adik, jangan
Di
kemana-mana.
panggung dulu yuk, di panggung dulu. Berdiri dulu di tengah-tengah dulu.
Jangan kemana-mana dulu.
Okay.
So, Fatima,
Yes,
and all
yes.
the audience, what makes it even more special? I just received the information from the teacher that this is their first ever performance.
Right, please tepuk tangan Bapak Ibu. Ini adalah penampilan pertamanya adik-adik dan luar biasa sekali. Betul, ini penampilan pertama? Betul? Betul ya Ibu ya? Ibu mungkin bisa naik ke atas panggung, kita akan memberikan
Also, give
apresiasinya.
applause for the teacher. Thank you very much, Ibu.
And also the parents as well, they are here.
Yeah, the parents
to
at the
support.
back.
Saudat Bapak
The
Ibu,
support.
keren banget.
So, Teh Fatima, we
Yes.
also would like to invite Governing Board Member of Singapore, Ms. Caroline Seng, to deliver token of appreciation for our performance. Today. Yeah. So they are ready since the morning for this
Since
performance.
early morning, right.
Since early morning. And really great support from everyone, from the
Everyone.
teacher, from the
The
parents. Very lovely
Ibu
performers.
boleh di depan? Ya di situ silahkan, cukup. Kurang ke kanan? Oke, adik-adik boleh geser ke sebelah.
Geser yuk,
Dua
geser yuk.
langkah, satu, dua. Oke, cukup. And we would like also to invite our BOD, Board of Directors, Siam-SISEP, to take a picture together with the performance and also with the teacher.
Dari ibu guru yang lain,
Ibu
mungkin
guru
ingin
ada yang mau ikut foto
bergabung
bersama,
untuk
silahkan
berfoto bersama.
kita foto
Kami
bersama,
persilakan.
dipersilahkan.
Wow, we can see that all the audience really enjoy the performance.
Yeah, me myself also enjoy the performance. Yeah.
I
So it's
also-
like about how many dances there? It's from Nusa Tenggara Timur,
from
and also
West
West
Java,
Java,
Jaipong, and
Betawi
as well.
right? And also from Papua.
Papua. So
It's like kind of medley dance.
yes.
It's very nice. Oke, boleh adik-adik semuanya lihat kamera ya. Oke.
Kasih senyum terbaiknya.
Senyum yang cantiknya, semuanya cantik nih, luar biasa. Boleh gaya bebas. Oke, terima kasih.
Terima kasih, thank you
Boleh
very
Bapak Ibu
much.
sekali lagi please give a round of applause to our performance.
From TK KB Islam
Alifa
Alifa.
dari Kebayoran, Jakarta Selatan. Terima kasih banyak Bapak
Terima
dan
kasih
Ibu.
banyak Ibu Guru, terima kasih banyak juga untuk para orang tua yang sudah hadir untuk support.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, before we proceed
Yep.
to our second agenda, our second topic, I'd like to remind you that we have a
Yeah.
translation
Yes,
device.
we provide you
available.
with the translation device and it's available at the back of this room. You can ask the committee for the assistant to access the device.
Yeah, and also we are pleased that we have our sign language interpreter over here to help and ensure everyone in the room can be fully accessible and also inclusive for everyone.
Great, so Teh Fatima,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen, as we move forward, we come to our plenary session,
Yeah.
the second one, which highlight an equally vital aspect of early childhood development, strengthening family and community support. Behind every thriving child stands not only nurturing parents, but also a strong circle of families, communities, and social systems that work hand in hand to provide care, protection, and learning opportunities. This session will bring together experts and practitioners who will share innovative approaches and best practices in building resilient families and supportive communities for our children. So to lead us through this inspiring discussion, Teh Fatima, could you help me to read the CV of our moderator?
Sure, Jeffrey. We will have our moderator, Mr. Suhendri. Mr. Suhendri has served as Deputy Director for Administration at Siameo Sisap since 2025. Previously, he was Deputy Director for Programs at Siameo Sikil and a teacher trainer at the National Training Center in West Java. As an awardee of Australia Award Scholarships, Pak Suhendri also completed his master degree at Flinders University, focusing on gifted education for children from low socio-economic background. He earned his PhD from Hiroshima University under the sponsorship of the Indonesia Endowment Fund for Education, or it's known for LPDP. During his doctoral studies, he was appointed as an assistant professor and was actively involved in several projects across Asia and around the world. Without further ado, please welcome Mr. Suhendri to proceed to the stage. The floor is yours, Pak Suhendri.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Sarjana hukum layak jadi menantu.
Cakep.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Baju kuning, makan permen. Good morning ladies and gentlemen. Baik, sorry, I have to speak in English or bahasa. Bodoh ya, it's okay. Bapak Ibu, Alhamdulillah, so we come to the next sessions of today's programs. My name is Suhendri, and I'm honored to be your moderator for these sessions and titled Strengthen Family and Community Support. In this session, that we will explore how families and communities play an important role in ensuring the holistic development and well-being of young children. Once, Julian Reporter has said that having rights but no resources and no service available is only a joke, a cruel joke. So this reflects how community and service supports are essential. Without them, policies and rights alone don't help families or individuals effectively. So now we will talk about it. Bapak Ibu paham ya, ada ini ya, ada ini ya. Saya juga kurang paham apa yang saya katakan. Pokoknya family itu penting dan komunitas itu penting lah untuk mendukung hak-hak anak terpenuhi. Nah gitulah Pak Devi ya, waduh jauh-jauh nih. Baik, so now for the first speakers, we are fortunate to have with us today For these new speakers will share their knowledge, experience, and perspective of these important topics. Please join me in welcoming. First is Dr. Hasina Banu Ibrahim, and she will deliver her presentation online via Zoom. And the second one is Ms. Izam Mayatika. Izam Mayatika, please come. Oh yeah, oh sorry. Mr. Izam Mayatika, it's my mistake, Pak. Sorry, Pak. Or known as Ayah Asi. So, Ayah Asi. Okay, let's talk about it in Ayah Asi. Yeah. Ayah Asi loh. Oh iya. Ini masih foto saya, Pak. Ini. Mungkin karena ini ya. Which change it, Pak ya. Wah, sama nih Pak. Jenggotnya sama dengan saya, Pak ya. So, second one is Professor Aji Jalal. Prof, please come forward, Prof. Of course, this is our teachers, kemudian our experts, and we're honored that to have Pak Pasli as our speakers. And the fourth one is we have the governing board member from Cambodia. Please welcome Pak Prakosa. Yeah. So, for the first speakers, there's sorry Pak, maaf Pak ya. Thank you, Pak. So, how was the dinner last night? Great? God, thank you. We invite Pak Orkosal to taste our dinner last night. Satay, and it's good, yeah, Pak. All right, then now let's begin for our first speaker, Dr. Hasina Banu Ibrahim. Dr. Ibrahim is a professor of early childhood education and a chair of early childhood development at the University of South Africa. And her scholarship focus on early childhood topics, leaderships, and workforce developments, as well as family and community engagement in early learnings. She has published widely and has contributed significantly to shaping early childhood education practice not only in Africa but also in global topics. So, please welcome Dr. Hasina Ibrahim. The floor is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A very good morning from South Africa to my panel. I suppose you'll have to imagine me there seated in front of you. It's a pity I couldn't be there in person. I hope all of you can hear me well. Can the moderator just give me a thumbs up? Are you hearing me well?
Yes,
is it okay?
We can hear you well here, but I'm sorry that based on our stakes right now, we cannot see you right now.
Oh, okay.
But our technicians will do it very fast. I think that's no.
I do have my video on, so
sure.
I do hope that will be sorted out. I'd really like to thank the organizing committee for having me here today, and I would like to greet all of you as I did at the beginning and all protocol observed. And I would really like to demystify some of the aspects with regard to strengthening family and community support in early childhood care and education. Can I have the first slide projected, please, on the structure?
Doctor, we are still waiting your presentations appear in our stage right now. Yes, would you bear with us for 1 or 2 minutes? I'm sorry, that's we have planned everything maximally, but we have prepared everything. We have.
All right, I will wait for your cue to tell me when to join in again.
Sure, I'll let you know. I'm sorry for that. We are really sorry for that. Yeah. Well, yeah, and we just want to let you know that Dr. Ibrahim is also involved in various international collaboration with UNESCO, UNICEF, and other early childhood research networks. So we are very honored that Dr. Ibrahim stays with us right now, and then so we are waiting for the side presentations. Again, that we are really sorry for this, and it's happening right now. Okay.
Okay. I can see my slides. Can I continue? Okay. Thank you very much. I'm going to share with you very quickly 5 messages. So if you don't remember all the details, at least you'll remember these 5 messages that I think is very important to take forward in any work that is involved with families and community and the strengthening aspect of that. So the one is the democratic transitions and its implications. Then it's the asset-based approach. And the third message is around strategies for empowerment. The fourth one is economic accessibility of the family and community support program. And the fifth message is on integrated partnership. And I'm going to leave you with a provocation. Next slide, please.
Dr. Hasina, I'm sorry for disturbing you. Would you please turn on your camera so we can see your... I'm sorry, that's... Your camera is still...
On my side, okay. Can you see it now? Are you able to see me now?
Not yet.
Shall I continue?
No, yeah, best, well, yeah, that's okay, yeah, you can continue, and then we are waiting for our technician to make it up. Sure, yeah. Please continue, Dr. Ibrahim.
All right, can we go to message 1, please? All right, I just wanted to share with you today the demographic transitions that are happening on the global stage and where you fit in as Southeast Asia. I can't see my slides anymore, but shall I continue?
Yeah.
All right, once that's sorted out, I hope that you will get the chance to see the slides as we go along. The one thing that I want to place in context is with regard to where are you placed in terms of the global changes in childhood, all right? So if we're looking at projections, slide 1, please. If we're looking at projections, we look at the growth of the child population. Can we go to message 1, please? Message 1. There we go, Shukran. So if you look at the graph there, you would look at the growth of the population in terms of what it's telling us about stability and its onward trajectory from the 2000s right up to 2050. So the largest child population in the 2000s were in Southeast Asia, East Asia and Pacific and Latin America and the Caribbean. But what we're facing now is a kind of a stability, but the most amount of children going to be located within the African and the South Asian context. And what I think is very important for us to remember here is the issue of the implications for the topic today. So parents, we've now heard quite strongly, are the primary responsibility caregivers for holistic child development. And then we've got the family, the unit of society, and what we must value is intergenerational support. We have community networks, and this has an extended childhood responsibility, and they offer different kinds of support. Now, when the government inserts itself into a very private space, what it does is, and this is quite a strong message, is the issue here is support and not replacement of the duties of parents. So how this should happen is in respectful ways so that families and communities feel included in whatever is developed for them. Next slide, please. And so in message 2, what I wanted to share with you is the value of the asset-based approach for families and communities. And as we've heard, just from the examples of Indonesia and Brunei, the rich cultural diversity, the family traditions, the varying caregiving patterns, and at the center of the family is the child rearing practice. So, in looking at working with families, you have to understand the way in which families cohere together, the way in which families have their own support system, and what they want for their children. And you have to look at the protective factors within the families. And this is the strong connection with the land and environment, the cultural norms and traditions, the generational passing down of knowledge, skills, attitudes, values, and the whole idea of interconnection and social cohesion. And I think that the other important issue is the worldviews. So we have the dominant Western worldview, but in the Asian context and in the African context, we have robust indigenous worldviews and religious worldviews. And these are very important for us to take into account the way in which they filter through how we support um, the parents and the families in terms of their caregiving practices, their customs, and allow them to have an adaptation to the new realities that we'd like them to enter. Next slide, please. In the message 3, I would like to just highlight some strategies for empowering families. And I'm sure that this is already underway, but it's just to allow you to have greater engagement with some things that are very important. So when you use families and communities as your participants in any programs, the participatory methodologies are very important. And these are the previous slide, please. These are important to ensure that you have active participation from the communities. I'm not sure what's going on with the slides, but I just wanted to round off there. So in the importance there is the strategies on community engagement and dialogue, the multi-sectoral collaboration, and the rights-based approach. And message 4 is on making the strategies economically accessible to families. And what I've done there is put down different kinds of approaches for families. Some are directly related to the families, some are indirectly related to families. And so you can see that just a big heading that if you're using the center-based ECD programs as your hub of service, that is one way to target your parents. But then we have an alternative to center-based provision, which is your non-center-based program. So these are the home-based programs and the home, for example, through home visiting program and community-based program. So here in South Africa, we have mobile preschools, neighborhood playgroups, mobile libraries, and group-based parenting programs, play parks, all implicating parents and the kinds of things that they do with their children. We also have media programs. For example, the print, television, radio, internet, and all kinds of digital infiltrations have come out. Some really good ECD apps, for example, Mom Connect, that gives the mums messages about what to do with children, for example, in play-based ways. For the workforce, messages about holistic child development, about play-based learning, and so forth. Can I have the next slide, please? And so the next bit is about using integrated partnership. And I wanted to flag here the Vietnam Integrated School, Family, and Community Partnership. This is just to say to you, the operative word here is integration. And you see the black print there. key attention has to be given to the approach that is used, an indigenous model that is workable, the key features that makes it operationalized in different ways for different people, and then working with the challenges. And in this partnership here, I think that one of the things that is important is we heard about the social cluster, education, social development, health, and nutrition. These are coming together of different systems to allow for a collaborative endeavor for early childhood care and education. And in that is a very strong model of families and communities. And I think that the important thing here is how coordinated planning is approached and the systematic information sharing and individualized support. And so parents need to feel and communities need to feel that their voices are heard, that their lived experience are taken into account. So regular communication with them is very, very important. And co-construction, that means making together the pathways for parental and community programs are important. So their voices and who they choose to represent should be a very participatory and democratic process. And I think that across you would find that where the participatory approaches are used, that the coordination mechanism has to be A1 in terms of what they allow for the parent and community programs. Next slide, please. And so I think that the major message that I want to share with you is that when families and communities are empowered, we find the children thrive. That children have teachers that support them. And on the whole, we have societies that flourish. So together, we hold the power to create nurturing environments that honor every child's potential and heritage. So I'm going to use this provocation, which I hope that you will unpack as the day moves on. What does your shared vision and united action say about children's growth, development, and well-being for their now in childhood and their journey towards the future, which is adulthood? And with that, I'd really like to thank you for listening to me and forgive me for all the hiccups on my side. And I hope that the messages do gain traction in your part of the world. Shukran, and thank you for listening to me.
Thank you so much. Wow, that's very interesting presentation, doctors. We are sorry that due to the limited time that we will not open for the question and answer. So we will try to open the questions and answer questions at the last sessions of these sessions. I mean, that's after all the speakers have completed their presentations. Again, thank you so much, Dr. Hasina. That's for your insightful presentation that highlighting the critical role of family and community engagement in supporting young children's growth and growing. Again, thank you so much. And Bapak Ibu semuanya, kami sebelumnya minta maaf ya tadi namanya AI ya teknologi ya sehebat-hebatnya kita merencanakan sesuatu tetap saja ternyata tidak bisa menguasai kehebatan yang maha kuasa gitu. Udah direncanakan ini padahalnya udah 10 tahun yang lalu padahalnya kegiatan ini. Ternyata. But it's okay. So now let's move on to the next speakers. We have Pak Izam Mahadika, Pak ya. Isma. Salah lagi. Izam. Pak Isma ya. Pak Isma. Beliau ini lebih terkenal dengan ayah ASI. Nah, agak unik nih Pak. Biasanya ayah ASI itu melekat kepada ibu biasanya. Ini bapak ini. So I will try to introduce you in English ya Pak ya. Biar kelihatan lebih keren gitu Pak ya. Pak Isma ini adalah seorang public figure, fatherhood educator and parenting activist who has been advocating of father involvement in child rearing and breastfeeding support for more than a decade. Wow, lebih dari 10 tahun. And then through his initiatives and campaigns under the movement of Ayah ASI, he promotes the idea that fathers play an essential role in nurturing, bonding, and supporting both mothers and children. He has inspired thousands of parents across Indonesia through workshops, online platforms, and collaborations with various organizations and government institutions. So without further ado, we will welcome Pak Isma, ayah ASI kita. Mangga Bapak.
Oke, baik. Terima kasih Bapak Ibu. Saya izin pakai bahasa Indonesia ya. Khawatir nggak ngerti apa yang saya bicarain hari saya ini. Ini karena saya biasa ngobrol di tongkrongan bapak-bapak, jadi izin lebih informal ceritanya gitu ya. Jadi saya hari ini diminta cerita tentang bagaimana Ayah ASI mendukung dan mengajak para ayah untuk terlibat dalam pengasuhan. Jadi makanya kita punya tagline bikinnya berdua, terus anaknya juga berdua. Iya dong ya, masa sendirian kan istri kita gitu kan ya. Nah, Ayah ASI ini sebenarnya kita mulai dari tahun 2011, lalu kemudian awalnya dari Twitter, lalu kemudian menjadikan sebuah social movement, dan kemudian ada di berbagai kota, kita ada di Jakarta, di Bandung, di Kalimantan, di Sumatera, di Medan, di Palembang dan lain-lainnya. Kita gerak di berbagai macam, jadi kita ada online dan offline juga, kita banyak kumpul sama ayah-ayah, kita ngobrol sama ayah-ayah. Lalu kemudian 2019 kami membuat sebuah modul, namanya modul Ayah ASI. Itu adalah pelatihan bagaimana bersama UNICEF, bagaimana melatih ayah-ayah dalam mendukung menyusui. Dan itu menarik gitu ya, karena ternyata ketika dilatih, ayah-ayah ini juga seru gitu, dan mereka juga pengen banget terlibat. Nanti saya cerita bagaimana apa hambatannya dan kemudian bagaimana mereka terlibat. Oke, baik. Kalau kita ngomongin stunting ya, di Indonesia tuh ngomongin stunting terus-terusan gitu kan ya. Itu kan ngomongnya di ujung, ya enggak? Di usia 5 balita gitu kan ya. Padahal sebenarnya stunting itu dimulai dari 1000 HPK. Dan bagaimana keterlibatan orang tua dalam 1000 HPK ini akan mempengaruhi bagaimana tumbuh kembang anak di selanjutnya. Jadi kan baseline-nya di situ, pondasinya di situ. Ketika pondasinya ini enggak benar, pasti ujungnya enggak benar. Kan kalau kita paham ya di dalam perkembangan anak, kalau di pondasinya itu enggak beres, pasti setelah itu kita bakal banyak mengejar ketinggalan-ketinggalan yang ada di sebelumnya. Ayah ASI ingin terlibat di situ. Kita pengen terlibat di bagaimana ayah-ayah baru itu bisa terlibat penuh dalam pengasuhan. Tapi enggak cuman itu gitu, enggak cuman di 2 tahun pertama, tapi juga harapannya nanti di selanjutnya. Kan masa iya, udah 2 tahun terlibat penuh, mas setelah itu cuek bebek. Enggak kan ya Bapak Ibu ya. Nah makanya kita pengen itu. Jadi bagaimana akhirnya di 1000 HPK ini ayah-ayah terlibat penuh dalam pengasuhan. Bagaimana dimulai dari menemani istrinya ke bidan, ke dokter kandungan gitu ya. Sampai akhirnya kita ajarin tuh bagaimana ayah-ayah harus kalau ngomong sama bidan tuh gimana. Kalau ngomong sama dokter kandungan tuh gimana. Kalau milih rumah sakit yang mendukung ibu menyusui, itu gimana? Ketika kita ajarin juga gimana milihnya, lalu kemudian gimana caranya mereka, ayah-ayah ini bisa menemani di pas kelahiran. Biar nggak bingung kan? Jadi bagaimana mereka bisa bisa terlibat penuh di situ. Biar ketika IMD-nya lancar. Ada yang tahu IMD? Tahu ya, inisiasi menyusu dini. Menyusu ya, bukan menyusui. Jadi karena di IMD yang aktif adalah bayinya bukan ibunya. Jadi terus lanjut kemudian bagaimana nanti di awal-awal kelahiran dan lain-lainnya. Sehingga nantinya si bayi ini full stimulasinya. Karena kita percaya bahwa menyusui itu tidak hanya memberi gizi, betul ya? Tidak hanya memenuhi kebutuhan nutrisi. Tapi juga ada stimulasi, ada bonding, ada berbagai macam stimulasi perkembangan dan lain-lainnya. Nah kemudian, dan ternyata ada risetnya. Jadi dulu kita pikir menyusui itu sederhana. Dulu juga saya begitu. Saya bekerja di NGO anak, saya bekerja di dunia anak. Dan saya berpikir bahwa menyusui itu ya tinggal lep aja gitu. Ternyata enggak gitu ya. Saya mengalami, jadi kalau di Ayah ASI saya terkenal karena istri saya itu mengalami hampir semua masalah menyusui. Jadi dari mulai flat nipple, dari mulai menyusui anak adik dan kakak barengan, menyusui pasca sesio, menyusui apa namanya menyusui dengan kondisi bayi yang growth chart-nya nggak naik-naik gitu kan. Bahkan anak saya kedua itu sempat kejadian bahwa ketika bayi lain katanya air susunya kurang, anak saya tersedak ASI. Jadi dia tuh nyusui sedak ASI sampai kayak tersedak air di mulutnya gitu. Jadi bagaimana ternyata menyusui itu tidak sederhana yang apa yang kita lihat begitu ya. Dan kemudian saya baru tahu ternyata kalau ayahnya itu tidak mendukung, maka angka keberhasilan ASI eksklusif hanya 26,1%. Tapi ketika ayahnya mendukung, ketika ayahnya terlibat penuh, maka angka keberhasilannya jadi 98,1%. Tinggi sekali betul ya. Jadi ketika ibu kesulitan, ketika ibu kebingungan, ketika ibu sakit gitu kan, karena di banyak konteks menyusui sakit, karena ada lecet, ada kemudian mastis dan lain-lainnya. Dan itu ketika ayahnya nggak dukung, ayahnya nggak terlibat, kanan kiri omongannya macam-macam, gagal tuh menyusui. Gagal tuh ASI eksklusif. Tiba-tiba mertua ngomong, pakai susu formula aja. Ah udah deh. Tetangga kanan kiri datang gitu kan ya, wah nyodorin segala macam, wah itu tambah berat lagi buat ibu. Ketika ayah terlibat, itu bisa membantu dan itu kemudian membuat keberhasilannya lebih tinggi. Nah, nggak cuma itu ternyata, anak itu membutuhkan stimulasi perkembangan di setiap jenjang perkembangannya. Dan ayah terlibat di semua level itu. Kan jadi pertanyaannya bagaimana nanti ayah terlibat di semua itu kan ya. Itu nanti kita bahas di next di selanjutnya Tapi kira-kira gitu. Jadi bagaimana akhirnya ketika dia terlibat di awal, lalu kemudian kita harapkan nanti para ayah-ayah ini akan terlibat terus di setiap usia perkembangan anaknya. Sehingga nantinya si anaknya akan tumbuh dan berkembang dengan optimal. Oke. Lalu bagaimana bentuk dukungan ayah? Jadi yang pertama adalah dukungan pengetahuan. Jadi ayah memberikan pengetahuan, memberikan informasi ke ibu dan lain-lainnya. Yang kedua positif, sikap positif, yaitu bagaimana ayah dukung ibu ketika ada masalah menyusui, ketika ada masalah dalam perkembangan anak dan lain-lainnya. Mungkin ibu pernah ngerasain kali ya, ketika bingung tiba-tiba growth chart-nya nggak naik-naik gitu kan, ya ini kenapa gitu kan, kurva perkembangannya tuh nggak naik-naik. Jadi anak saya itu yang kedua itu pernah sampai akhirnya datang ke dokter gizi gitu ya untuk dibantu dalam bagaimana membantu supaya si growth chart balik lagi ke kondisi normal. Ternyata ujung-ujungnya gara-gara itu, gara-gara tersedak dalam menyusui. Dukungan praktis, bentuknya apa? Kira-kira. Ibu-ibu maunya bentuknya apa dukungannya? Kata ada yang bilang udah dipijitin, ada yang bilang minta macam-macam lah ya, ada yang minta dibantu bikin makanan segala macamnya. Karena menyusui itu kan lapar mulu ya, betul ya Bu ya? Kata ibu tuh, iya gitu kan kata ibu, lapar gitu kan, dibantuin bikin makanan dan segala macamnya. Bantuin pasangin baju, pakein baju anak, walaupun para ayah sering kebalik pakainya gitu ya. Sering gak matching, gak apa-apa, gak usah diprotes, biarin aja, yang penting dia terlibat gitu kan. Atau kemudian ketika anaknya nangis si ayah respon dulu gitu kan, gendong dan lain-lainnya. Ini di gambar ini adalah kelas belajar menggendong buat ayah-ayah di kelas ayah ASI. Percaya gak? Ayah-ayah ini gak berani gendong boneka aja. Bener Pak, itu boneka saya taruh di meja. Ayo Kak, ya gendong. Kenapa? Takut ketiklek. Takut terkilir gitu ya. Karena apa? Karena selama ini selalu dibilang jangan ayah gendong, nangis mulu. Jangan ayah gendong dan lainnya. Jadi kita pengen si ayah ini bisa bisa dikasih dukungan praktis, menggendong, memandikan dan lain-lainnya. Dukungan emosional. Jadi bagaimana ayah mensupport ketika ada masalah dan lain-lainnya. Dan kemudian ngambil keputusan. Ibu-ibu ketika dulu waktu melahirkan, emang bisa ambil keputusan? Gak bisa ya, fokus aja pokoknya lahirkan gitu kan. Boro-boro mikir ya Bu ya, pokoknya langsung yang penting brojol gitu kan. Tapi ketika ayah gak punya informasi, ketika ayah tidak punya pengetahuan, kira-kira ayah bisa gak mutusin? Gak akan bisa, pasti gak kacau balau. Udah deh support aja deh, udah deh ini aja deh, itu aja deh gitu kan. Karena ayahnya gak punya pengetahuan di situnya. Nah pertanyaan saya adalah, apakah Bapak Ibu semua percaya bahwa ayah-ayah itu bisa melakukan ini semua? Kok ketawa Pak? Percaya nggak kalau Bapak itu bisa melakukan ini semua? Percaya nggak? Kamu nggak yakin gitu percayanya ya? Percaya, bisa gitu. Ayah itu bisa dengan itu. Tapi masalahnya tantangannya. Yang pertama adalah kebijakan. Ini PR-nya. Jadi cuti melahirkan Indonesia cuma 2 + 3 hari gitu ya, maksimal 5 hari. Padahal jangan-jangan masalah-masalah itu lebih dari itu. Bayang ya. Jadi terus kemudian ada nggak kebijakan dari kantor yang mengizinkan ayah nemenin istri nganter anaknya ke dokter? Ada nggak? Seringkali nggak ada, gitu kan? Jadi itu PR-nya. Bagaimana akhirnya kebijakan-kebijakan itu mendukung ayah dalam mendukung anaknya. Lalu kemudian pandangan masyarakat. Masyarakat tuh nggak percaya kalau para ayah-ayah atau mereka masih ngeliat bahwa ayah-ayah ini ya nggak bisa dan lain-lainnya. Malah kemudian masih banyak berpendapat bahwa ayah itu harusnya nggak pegang anak. Ayah itu harusnya nggak terlibat dalam pengasuhan dan lain-lainnya. Ayah itu pokoknya nyari duit yang banyak bawa pulang ke rumah, gitu kan. Itu PR banget gitu kan. Saya masih banyak ketemu ayah-ayah yang itu nggak boleh pegang anaknya sama sekali di keluarganya. Dan tadi kepercayaan, ini PR banget nih. Bagaimana istrinya, mertuanya, dan semua orang di sekitar para ayah itu percaya bahwa ayah-ayah ini bisa terlibat penuh dalam pengasuhan. Dulu waktu anak saya masih kecil Pak, Bapak Ibu, itu ketika saya jalan sama anak misalnya playdate main, karena kan saya bekerja di rumah, dulu istri saya ASN dulu istri saya. Jadi saya itu kalau anak pulang sekolah atau itu saya mesti main, dan anak saya kan nggak PAUD ya, karena saya orang PAUD ya di rumah, simulasi bisa di rumah sendiri. Jadi jalan ke kebun binatang segala macam, tahu nggak apa pertanyaan pertama daripada orang-orang itu? Ibunya mana? Seakan-akan bahwa saya laki-laki cowok ini tuh nggak mampu gitu loh bawa 3 anak sendirian gitu. Jadi pertanyaan ibunya mana? Tapi ketika ibu-ibu bawa anak-anaknya, tanya bapaknya mana? Enggak. Gitu. Jadi cowok-cowok ini, para pria ini emang gak dipercaya. Makanya PR besar adalah percaya dulu sama mereka bahwa mereka itu bisa terlibat dan mereka itu bisa melakukan perannya dengan sesuai dengan perannya masing-masing. Maka berikan kami satu akses. Jadi berikan kami akses belajar, berikan kami akses untuk terlibat, berikan kami akses buat melakukan banyak hal pada anak-anak kami. Gitu. Ibu-ibu di sini berapa banyak grup parenting yang ibu punya? Banyak pasti kan? Ayah-ayah? Nggak ada. Ketika ayah-ayah bingung tentang bagaimana ngurus anaknya, dia nanya ke siapa? Makanya di Ayah ASI kami memberikan ruang aman dan nyaman buat ayah buat ngobrol tentang anak-anaknya. Jadi kita punya grup WA, itu kalau ada ibu-ibu terlihat di situ kita kick keluar. Berisik, rese, beneran. Karena mereka tuh suka ngenyek ayah-ayah, kok ayah-ayah begitu? Ini lagi curhat loh, mereka lagi butuh support loh. Jangan dingenyein, jangan diledekin gitu. Toh sebenarnya ibu-ibu juga sama nggak taunya awalnya. Iya kan? Bedanya ibu-ibu dipaksa oleh peran tradisionalnya untuk terlibat. Sehingga akhirnya ibu-ibu dipaksa untuk belajar dan lain. Ayahnya nggak begitu. Sehingga ketika ayah pengen terlibat, mereka tuh nggak punya informasi, nggak punya ilmu dan lain-lainnya. Adakah ayah-ayah di sini yang diajarin cara gendong anak sebelum punya anak? Nggak ada. Adakah ayah di sini yang diajarin gimana cara nemenin istrinya ketika ke dokter kandungan? Nggak ada. Makanya PR-nya adalah bagaimana kita berikan akses mereka buat belajar, akses informasi dan lain-lainnya. Yang kedua waktu. Ayo pemerintah kasih kita cuti yang lama gitu kan ya. Jadi kita bisa terlibat ya Pak ya. Jadi sampai titik saya tuh pengen ketemu sama teman-teman aktivis buruh gitu kan deh. Lu demoin lah tentang kita para ayah ini bisa apa namanya punya cuti yang tambah lama gitu kan. Demo yang lama gitu kan deh. Yang ketiga adalah kepercayaan. Please berikan kami kepercayaan untuk terlibat penuh bahwa kami akan mengasuh dan mendidik anak kami dengan cara yang mungkin berbeda dari ibu-ibu. Dengan cara yang mungkin berbeda dari yang ibu-ibu lakukan. Karena ayah itu bukan tipikal yang sangat detail, rapi dan lain-lainnya gitu kan ya. Iya kan? Jadi jangan paksa kami untuk mengasuh seperti ibu-ibu. Enggak, beda. Mainnya ayah itu mainnya full fisik, mainnya ibu itu lebih banyak ke hal-hal yang sangat terstruktur. Makanya anak-anak tuh lebih senang main sama ayah, bukan sama ibu-ibu. Kenapa? Kalau main sama ayah seru mainnya. Kalau sama ibu-ibu banyak PR-nya, banyak aturannya, banyak titipannya gitu kan ya. Seakan-akan tuh main tuh stimulasi banyak banget. Padahal seakan-akan bahwa pada buat ayah juga ketika main bebas, free play, itu juga sebenarnya adalah ruang-ruang anak bisa banyak stimulasi di sana. Gitu kira-kira ayah bunda semuanya cerita yang bisa saya sampaikan. Terima kasih.
Sama-sama Pak Isma. Pak Isma, izin saya memperkenalkan salah satu speaker kami yang nanti juga mungkin akan menjadi contoh konkret, Pak Elijah. Pak Elijah ini dari Amerika, mereka dengan 2 anaknya, parenting asli Pak. Maksudnya contoh gitu, contoh konkret. Semalam kami cerita banyak bahwa salah satu anaknya ini malah sudah jadi CEO Pak. Umur 10 tahun, kemarin diundang di India. Untuk presentasi tentang perusahaannya, umur 10 tahun Pak. Ini bapaknya, ibunya mana? Ya ibunya di Amerika. Mereka berdua aja ini. So ya, maksudnya ini sebagai contoh konkret gitu bahwa ini. Dan nanti kita banyak contoh-contoh konkret di Indonesia. But again Pak, thank you so much for reminding us that how family strengthens begins with the shared responsibilities and also emotional connections between parents. Saya yakin nanti akan banyak pertanyaan. Nanti akan pertanyaan munculnya pertama paling Pak, bagaimana kumaha lamun tuh kan Sunda keluar lagi. Bagaimana kalau single parents? Nah gitu. Tapi oke Pak, tahan dulu Pak. Nanti kita akan lanjutkan ke maksudnya pertanyaan-pertanyaannya ini di akhir sesi. Baik Bapak Ibu, so we are honors that to hear from our third speakers that this is one of the most respected leaders. One of the leaders in education and public health, Bapak Profesor Haji Jalal, PhD. Profesor Haji Jalal previously served as a Deputy Minister of National Education and now is currently the President of ERC University. Also, Pak Pasli Salala has dedicated much of his career promoting early childhood education and nutrition and family and well-being, integrating evidence-based policies with practical community engagements. His work has influenced national policies on child development, teachers' professionalism, and intersectoral collaboration across education and health across. So please welcome Professor Dr. Haji Jalal. The floor is yours, Prof.
Thank you, Pak Henry, Prof. Vina, and dismissed guests, ladies and gentlemen. Because of the time concern, I would like to speak in Indonesia, but my PPT are in English. Lanjut. Jadi kita bicara masalah human capital ya. Tadi udah sampaikan oleh Pak Pungkas. Ini memang masa baru. Selama ini kita pakai Human Development Index atau IPM, dan itu kita pakai untuk mengukur kemajuan SDM di Indonesia. Sejak tahun 2018 sudah diganti. Kita tidak lagi memakai HDI atau IPM, kita memakai sekarang Human Capital Index, dan ini masuk kepada indikator dalam RPJP. Nah, komponennya 5. Pertama adalah survival. Seberapa banyak anak yang lahir bisa bertahan sampai umur 5 tahun. Yang kedua adalah akses untuk pendidikan, tapi pendidikan yang bermutu. Karena itu learning outcome yang digambarkan oleh PISA, Program for International Student Assessment, itu menjadi indikator penting. Tidak cukup hanya akses untuk bersekolah saja. Karena anak-anak kita dikatakan dia schooling but not learning. Nah, ini kita harus robah. Dia schooling but also learning. Dan yang berikut adalah indikator kesehatan, seberapa survive angkatan kerja kita pada saat dia berumur 15 sampai 60 tahun. Jangan sakit tidak menular, jangan ada kecacatan dan seterusnya, karena disability adjusted life years kita itu kehilangan 9 tahun. Jadi walaupun life expectancy kita sekarang sudah 74 tahun, tapi 9 tahunnya menjadi tidak produktif. Nah, ini harus kita cegah. Jadi karena itu komponen ini masuk, dan yang terakhir yang agak mencengangkan, stunting sebagai bagian kecil sebenarnya dari kesehatan menjadi 1 dari 5 indikator itu. Lanjut. Nah, karena itu, karena kita masih bermasalah di stunting, kita bermasalah di mutu pendidikan, kita bermasalah di survival. Setiap 1000 anak yang lahir hanya 480 yang 980 yang sampai ke umur 5 tahun. Jadi dari setiap 1000 kita kehilangan 20 orang. Padahal di Singapura tidak satu pun, di Cina hanya 1, di Jepang dan lain-lain itu semua melewati umur 5 tahun. Ini tantangan kita. Kita tadi seperlima, 1 dari 5 anak kita stunting. Mutu pendidikan kita tidak berubah selama 20 tahun kita ikut PISA. Jadi karena itu akibatnya apa? Hanya 54% dari kapasitas yang seharusnya 100% untuk produktivitas yang bisa didapatkan oleh anak-anak yang lahir sekarang pada waktu dia berumur 18 tahun nanti. Lanjut, akibatnya kalau kita lihat negara-negara tetangga kita, memang mereka jauh di atas di dalam berbagai hal untuk 5 indikator ini. Jadi peran kita sebagai pengasuh adalah memastikan jangan sampai indikator-indikator ini yang membuat mereka tidak akan produktif nanti di usia dewasa, jangan mendera mereka dari sekarang. Karena itulah tujuan utama dari parenting kita. Lanjut, kalau kita lihat saat ini 1 jam orang Indonesia bekerja itu hanya menghasilkan $13. Kalau tetangga kita Malaysia 2 kali lipatnya. Kalau Singapura 5 kali lipatnya. Jadi padahal kita dalam rumpun yang berdekatan. Nah ini memang harus menjadi tantangan, tapi kita punya 286 juta ya yang tersebar di 17.000 pulau dengan segala macam. Jadi memang ini bukan masalah sederhana. Tapi kalau semua orang tua atau calon orang tua punya visi yang sama mengenai bagaimana mengantar anak-anaknya itu dengan 5 indikator ini, saya kira Indonesia akan berubah. Indonesia emas itu bisa kita capai. Lanjut. Nah memang Tuhan Maha Adil, yang paling sempurna diberikan pada waktu lahir adalah otak. Karena itu kepala itu disproporsional terhadap badan yang lain. Tulang masih pendek, otot masih belum terbangun ya kan. Jantung belum sebesar yang diharapkan, tapi yang otak itu sudah besar. Dan waktu itu sudah ada 100 miliar sel-sel neuron itu ada. Lanjut. Nah dia akan berkembang dari 300 gram di waktu lahir. Kalau kita stimulasi dengan baik, kita cukupin gizinya, kita sediakan nurturing yang baik, pada usia 2 tahun dia sudah 70% dari otak dewasa beratnya. Pada saat dia umur 5 tahun sudah 90%. Tadi Bu Inge mengatakan pada waktu sinap itu dibentuk yang menghubungkan antar sel yang 100 miliar tadi, satu sel bisa berhubungan dengan 10.000 sel yang lain. Jadi ada 10.000 triliun sel yang berhubungan dengan sel yang lain. Inilah fondasi dari kecerdasan anak. Kalau kita lalai, itu jutaan miliaran akan terkendala. Jadi anak bisa lahir dengan jumlah sel yang lebih sedikit atau dibesarkan dengan neuron yang lebih sedikit. Sehingga kalau neuron 250.000 per menit pada waktu di dalam pembentukan sel otak ini. Jadi karena itu mari kita perhatikan sejak dari ibu hamil, malah sejak calon pengantin agar keluarga sadar benar. Lanjut. Nah ini contoh kalau sel yang sempurna, dia punya dendrit yang cabang-cabang kecil itu bisa sampai 10.000. Nanti sel ini dari kepalanya ini dia mengirimkan pesan melalui akson ya, yang cabang yang agak panjang itu adalah cara dia mengalirkan informasi, mengantar bagaimana agar anak berpikir sel-sel yang lain distimulasi, dan ini yang membangun kecerdasan dalam bidang apa saja. Nah yang menarik, sel akson ini atau akson bagian sel dari diliputi oleh mielin. Ini penuh dengan lemak dari ASI. Kalau gagal kita ASI, mielin ini tipis, bolong-bolong, dan kecepatan transmisi itu terlambat. Dan anak menjadi tell me kata orang, telat mikir. Orang lain sudah selesai, dia masih bingung. Karena tidak mengalir listriknya, jadi lampunya nggak hidup di sana. Nah ini di kota itu ada namanya sinap. Sinap itu adalah sebuah organ yang sangat penting di mana transmisi bioelektrik tadi menyambung dari satu sel ke sel berikut. Dan itu dibantu oleh protein yang namanya neurotransmitter. Jadi kita harus punya akson, kita harus punya mielin, kita harus punya neurotransmitter, kita harus punya stimulasi untuk membuat 100 miliar sel itu bergerak dan kemudian menghubungkan diri kepada setiap sel kepada 10.000 sel yang lain. Lanjut aja tuh, lanjut. Nah, lanjut lagi. Nah, ini contoh sederhana. Jadi ini dibuat dengan elektron mikroskop. Jadi bayangkan hubungan antara sel dengan lain tuh sinap itu di sini 6 saja sudah indah gambarnya kan, satu sel berhubungan dengan. ini bisa 10.000 lampunya. Itulah otak yang cerdas. Nah pertanyaan, sudah kita menstimulasi sekuat mungkin. Kemudian lanjut, use it or lose it. Otak ini plastis. Kalau dia tidak dirangsang, tidak distimulasi, tidak diberikan pengalaman, dia akan mengkerut dan pucat putih, akhirnya hilang. Tapi kalau kita rajin mensimulasi, dia memperbanyak hubungannya, dia memperbesar hubungan itu makin lama dan akhirnya makin dahsyat hubungan yang dibangun oleh puluhan ribu dan jutaan sel tadi. Pada saat dia melakukan penugasan-penugasan tertentu. Lanjut. Nah ini kalau dia makin banyak, ini gambaran skematik yang lain, betapa kayanya dalam otak kita ya peluang ini. Lanjut. Ini adalah staging dari mulanya kurus saja, sel itu belum terbangun sinap-sinapnya, sampai nanti umur 1 bulan sudah mulai banyak dirangsang. Tadi 1 juta sinap per detik bisa dibentuk waktu itu. Tapi pada waktu umur 2 tahun itu sudah maksimal, dan kemudian bagian-bagian yang tidak dipakai itu diprun namanya, dipotong. Sehingga yang relevan dengan kehidupan anak dan kesehariannya di lingkungan petani mungkin beda, di lingkungan kota mungkin beda, di pantai beda, dan sinap-sinap ya yang tinggal itu adalah yang berfungsi untuk fungsi-fungsi yang ada di kehidupannya. Dan ini contoh bagaimana misalnya anak-anak yang kita lihat betapa otak yang baik itu adalah otak yang bagian kiri, dan kita ingin anak-anak kita lahir dengan kesempurnaan seperti ini, jangan seperti yang di kanan. Lanjut. Nah, ada kesadaran, perlu kesadaran bahwa sejak hamil itu sinap itu dan sel-selnya sudah bisa dirangsang. Suara, perabaan, kemudian penglihatan anak sudah mulai, suara-suara ibu sudah mulai. Dan kalau kita lihat, kita teruskan inilah yang nanti menentukan kenapa kita perlu di 1000 hari pertama dan kenapa kita perlu 5 tahun. Karena bagian-bagian fungsi kognitif yang lebih tinggi itu tidak cukup hanya di 1000 hari pertama, tapi harus dilanjutkan 5 tahun, baru nanti mulai melambat pada tahap berikutnya. Nah Bapak dan Ibu, saya tidak akan berpanjang lagi, tapi kalau kita lihat ini kita memanfaatkan windows of opportunity dalam 1000 hari pertama dan balita ya. Tadi 90% bisa diselesaikan fungsi otak itu. Lanjut, dan disinilah fungsi dari gizi. Nah sebagai bagian akhir saya tidak akan berpanjang di sini. Mari kita lihat video pendek tentang pesan seberapa penting human capital ini untuk Indonesia. Silakan sebagai penutup.
Meet Fitri, a beautiful newborn Indonesian girl. Her parents wish her the best. But realistically, what are her chances for a healthy and productive life? We can answer this using the World Bank's Human Capital Index. The index has 3 components. Survival, Fitri needs to live long enough to begin school. School, Fitri must not only go to school, but more importantly, she must learn. Health, Fitri must be both well-nourished in childhood and healthy as an adult. So, what does the Human Capital Index say for Fitri and for Indonesia? 0.53. This means that when she grows up, Fitri will only be 53% as productive as she could be if she had complete education and full health. Why? Fitri will almost certainly survive to age 5. However, she may be one of nearly a third of Indonesian children who are stunted, meaning that her ability to learn and perform well in school may be limited. Once Fitri enters the formal education system, she is expected to complete 12.3 years of school by the time she turns 18. Yet for the 12 years that she attends school, she will acquire less than 8 years worth of learning. This means that she will not have the full set of skills needed for the job market. Moreover, malnutrition and lack of access to quality health services may weaken her adult health, preventing her from continuing to learn, perform well on the job, and ultimately to improve her quality of life. If nothing changes, the majority of working Indonesians will have a future just like Fitri's, costing the country nearly half of its long-run income. Fortunately, due to Indonesia's strong actions to develop human capital, Fitri is already on the path to a better future than children from previous generations. However, more needs to be done urgently. This includes the following. Commitment and leadership to improve human capital must continue across Indonesia, from the president, ministers, and provincial and district leaders to village heads and parents. Programs such as health and nutrition, education, water and sanitation, social protection, and more must be both strengthened and better coordinated. Innovative technologies must be leveraged to improve access to and quality of services. And finally, a social movement for change must be started to engage the private sector, young people, and civil society to improve human capital outcomes. All these investments will improve Fitri's chances for a brighter future. A future in which she is healthy. She not only finishes school, but also learns well. She can realize her aspirations and find decent work. And she will be able to have children who, like her, grow up to be healthy, educated, and productive. Moreover, the benefits are not limited to just Fitri and her family. These investments in Indonesia's future will help ensure growth and prosperity for all Indonesians in the generations to come. But for this to be the future, we must act now.
Selamat memulai bergerak dari sekarang. Sekian, terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Professor Pasir Jalal, for your inspiring insights and also the importance of empowering families as the foundations of sustainable child development, also for the brain development. Prof, saya juga dulu pernah mempelajari, Prof, tentang pengembangan potensi anak ini. Bagaimana pengembangan potensi otak di Indonesia ini, kadang otak kiri sama otak kanannya itu tidak misalnya seimbang gitu, Prof. Biasanya ada bagaimana si anak itu hanya distimulus otak kirinya saja gitu, sehingga kreativitas dan lainnya. Mungkin nanti kita bisa eksplor lebih jauh, Prof, ya, bagaimana ini. Terima kasih banyak, Prof, ya, luar biasa sekali. So, kita lanjutkan kepada sesi selanjutnya, yaitu insya Allah nanti kita akan bertemu dengan, nah ini kita akan ada dapat insights terbaru dari negara tetangga kita, yaitu dari Kamboja. It's our pleasure to welcome our panel speakers. That's our governing board member from Cambodia, Dr. Prakosal. Beliau, kan gabung jadinya dari bahasa Inggris ke bahasa Indonesia. So he is the Deputy Secretary General of the National Committee of Early Childhood Care and Development and the Director of Early Childhood Education Department, Ministry of Education, Youth and Sports. Dr. Prakas has been working for Ministry of Education and Youth and Sport for 32 years, including 20 years of experience working in early childhood care and development. And during his service, he has been leading and coordinating technical tasks of public preschools, community preschools, daycare, home-based educational parenting education, and private preschools, curriculum, and coordinating a national committee for ECCD. Policy formation and implementation multi-sectorals. Also, he has played important role in the leading and coordinating with relevant technical coordination task teams from different line ministers, development partners, and civil society. So, please, without further ado, we will welcome Dr. Prakosa. The floor is yours, Prof. Doctor, thank you. Yeah, you can check mine. Sorry, I'm sorry for this.
Thank you very much for the, this is the last session for this morning. On behalf of the Cambodian delegation, I'd like to share you related to the experience in Cambodia. First of all, I would like to say good morning, all of Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, GB member from different countries, among Asian state member, and all of participants, guest speaker. Related to the strengthening family and community support in early childhood development, I like to share experience in Cambodia. Some highlight about parental education in Cambodia as follows. As we are here, we are in early childhood education family. We understand about the early childhood education treat as a foundation for lifelong learning, and so that the family and community play a crucial role in supporting for early childhood in the early year. And also strengthening partnership will have to improve learning outcome and the child well-being. This is very important that we are here, including practitioner and researcher, and also the government side to work together. The purpose of the parental education in Cambodia, we are highlight to promote the collaboration among the parent and teacher, and also the community as well. This is the very important that we need to work among the community, parent, and also school. Create a nurturing care environment for children, and also empower family to activity to participate in the child education. This is the purpose of the parental education in Cambodia. We cannot work alone, only family or community and also school. This is very important that we have to improve to work together. When we talk about the early childhood education in Cambodia, I'd like to share you the update. The early childhood education exists to the state preschool in Cambodia, and also community preschool and the private preschool. But parental education is very important that we have to change the mindset of the parent. I think Cambodia also some country in our region, also in Indonesia, it's not so different, the mindset of the parent. Mostly as the first presenter talk about the father play a very important role to change the mindset. Not only the mother, but the parent had to involve together. In Cambodia also, till in the school year 2024-25, when we talk about the early childhood education in Cambodia, the preschool level focusing on for the 3 years old, 4 years old, and 5 years old. And when we see the status of the enrollment rate in the 3 years old is very, very low, still 16.7%. And also 4 years old, 43.1, and the 5 years old is 71.4. 5 years old as a priority that we try to encourage the parent and also community to bring them to enroll the preschool. Especially we prioritize that at least one preschool class in primary school in the for 5 years old children before they move to grade 1 of the primary school. But also we need to involve from the parent and community, have to bring them where they are, have to bring to school. And the priority of the Ministry of Education, Youth and Sport also put the reform in the situation of under the leadership of the minister. The preschool also priority that we provide reform of the preschool level consists to the 5 standards. Among of 5 standards, we have the community participation as a priority. Without community, I think, and also we cannot talk about the big achievement in the community. The second point I like to highlight about the role of community and family to support in early childhood education. And the family, we have to bring the parent, the first teacher. This is in Cambodian context, the parent as the first teacher of the young children. Most important people who teach, play, and guide the children before they go to the primary education. And family also in family involvement enhance cognitive and social emotional development, and also regular communication between the teachers and parent build trust and understanding of the very important in early childhood education. And for the community, as a community offer the resource and social support culture, tradition, and local knowledge enrich children learning, and also partnership with the local organization, strengthen for early childhood education program. For the local partner, in focusing on for the local organization and also community and health center that we have to work together with the school level. And in Cambodia, we have worked together under the support from development partner, including, very important from UNICEF, UNESCO, Plan International. Also work together, we produce the IEC material to support parents, how to play with the children at home, how to bring them to school, what age we have to play with them, and also produce the teaching and learning material. The priority of the nurturing care framework as a core content that we produce different material like picture, a poster, and also the short message that we train to the parent and community to work together to provide, including also pregnancy women as well. And the third point that I need to highlight here, the way of family and community support in early childhood education. The family need to participate in the school activity and the event of school. When we have the event or parent meeting, we try to engage the parent to join for the school meeting with the parent, to provide the feedback to the family to how to support the children at home, and support learning at home related to the reading, play, storytelling, and participating in the parent workshop and training session. Also provide feedback and engage in school planning as well, because in Cambodia, among the priority of the standard for the preschool, we have 5 standards. Among them, we need to bring all of parents and community to join together for school development plan, and also school community event among the community. For the community, also volunteer program and mentoring, health and nutrition campaigns for children, and community learning center and early childhood network have to create the network among the school, community, parent, and also the development partner in their safe play space and community library. We have to set up there. If find some public land or build shelter or center for the library in the community. The fourth I need to highlight related to strategic and to strengthen our family and community support, including family should be conduct the home visit and parent teachers meeting, and provide parent education program, encourage family participation in curriculum planning, and also share regular progress update on the child learning together among the school and parent. Related to the community, we need to organize awareness campaign on the importance of early childhood education. In Cambodia, for the next project, we received the project from the World Bank. We call a BIP project for the basic education improvement project, including child care center. We will build 60 child care center there. The campaign related to awareness to the early childhood education in community as a priority in our component for our project, and build partnership with the local business and organization as well, and also created to the community-based early childhood education committee, and integrated to early childhood education into local development plan. This is a priority that we need to work from the national level and also local level, how to integrate it for early childhood education into local planning, including provincial, district, and also commune planning about the early childhood education and care. The five, I need to highlight the benefit of the family and community support will be directly to the children. Very important that they will receive the better learning, health, emotional development before they move to grade 1 of primary school. For the family, the benefit will be stronger parenting skill and confidence how to take care of the children at home. And this is that in Cambodia mindset, the parent and also community, mostly they said about, the children in the early stage, they are still young, so they need to keep them with the grandma, grandfather, that they don't understand about the early childhood knowledge, mostly. But now we try to bring them under the parental education, and we learn a lot from our region. Like today, I learned from the first topic about the first topic, and also all the speaker very important that I learned here, and I give here some of my experience in Cambodia, that about the family. And the third point is community also have receive the benefit related to the social cohesion and the share responsibility for education. This is the three priority benefit for when we provide the parental education and community. We also have the challenges. We cannot achievement and challenge, we go together, but we have to improve together. Like the three main challenge is a low awareness of early childhood education. It's important that we try to strengthen, like campaign with the family as well, and limited financial and time resource. As we know, if we think about a Tashkent declaration, need 10% of financial resource. Which country that achieved this one? That we need to work together, talk the same voice to the policy maker, the ministry responsible for finance, to support for early childhood. We say, oh, early childhood is very important, say together, but for the resource, financial resource and human resource still behind. And also the third point is poor communication between the family and school that we need to strengthen. We have to put the strong plan between the family and school as well. And we also have three recommendations here, strengthening parenting education program as a priority, and foster collaboration among the school, community, and local government have to work together. And the third point, develop supportive national and local policy that in Cambodia is in the progress of the developing early childhood care and development plan in the local level. Under the leadership of the governor, provincial governor, have to work together. Yep. This is I highlight about the experience in Cambodia. So I like to say again, thank you very much for the CMOGJEP leadership of the Professor Winner and the both of the deputy director of CMOGJEP and all of the governing board member from Asian member state that always share and join for annual meeting every year. Sure. And also thank for all of participants today. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Proxal. Time is so limited, sorry. And then it's about the time that we will have a lunch break. But before that, I'm really sorry that I have to tell you that we will not open for the question and answer questions because now that we have running out our time. So bila Bapak Ibu penasaran, ada yang ingin ditanyakan atau komen, mangga nanti tahun depan ikut lagi kegiatan kami, gitu aja kan. Sengaja ini mas, sengaja biar nggak ada pertanyaan sama komen, biar tahun depan kan ikut lagi. Kemudian juga siapa tahu nanti mau singgah-singgah ke media sosial kami, oh kemarin tuh lupa nanya, akhirnya kan buka gitu kan, buka Instagram, Facebooknya, jadi followersnya atau apa aja. Siapa tahu mau nanya bisa lewat sana ya. So again, thank you Dr. Prokosals for the sharing Cambodia's inspiring experience and starting family and community participants. Jadi biar adil, biar enak saja sekarang kita kasih kesempatan lah untuk closing statement for every speakers ya. Jadi biar untuk menutup aja nih, mangga dari Pak Ayah Asih.
Oke, baik, terima kasih. Terakhir Bapak Ibu semuanya, cara ayah terlibat itu beda dengan ibu terlibat, betul ya? Dan cara mengajak ayah terlibat juga beda dengan cara mengajak ibu terlibat. Maka ini PR besar buat kita bagaimana membuat ayah-ayah mau terlibat, dia aman dan nyaman terlibat. Ayah-ayah itu nggak suka datang seminar, nggak suka datang di kelas-kelas ayah ASI. Jadi kalau di kami itu punya, kalau kita buka kelas ayah ASI itu ada pertanyaan gini, didaftar oleh siapa? Sebagian besar didaftar oleh istrinya. Nah makanya kita PR besar kita adalah bagaimana membuat ayah-ayah itu bisa punya tempat aman nyaman buat cerita. Makanya kita datang langsung gitu ya dengan klub hobi, kita off-road bareng, main motor bareng, sepedaan bareng, lari bareng, sambil kita campaign ASI di sana. Terus kemudian bahkan kami nongkrong di tongkrongan gitu ya, di Siskamling, di pos ronda gitu ya, buat ngajakin ayah-ayah tuh buat ngobrol bareng. Dan ternyata mereka mau. Bahkan kami pernah diusir sama Pak Lurah. Udah dini hari kata Pak Lurahnya, Mas, udah kemalaman nih mas. Bapak-bapak nih belum pada pulang-pulang nih ngobrol tentang anaknya. Jadi memang sebenarnya mereka pengen ngobrol dan pengen cerita. Cuma gak pernah punya ruang-ruang itu buat cerita. Jadi ayo kita buka ruang buat mereka buat cerita. Terima kasih.
Mari bercerita Bapak Ibu. Biasanya kan bapak-bapak kalau malas itu tuh, coba ceritakan, laki-laki tidak bercerita katanya. Sukanya gitu. Oke, oke. Mangga ke Pak Prof.
Terima kasih. Saya ya ini mengulang-ulang yang sudah kita ketahui ya, tapi betapa pentingnya kekayaan stimulasi itu yang kadang-kadang kita tidak sadari. Dan windowsnya itu pendek, 2 tahun pertama sejak dari kehamilan sampai 2 tahun pertama, dan masih bisa kita burukan sampai 5 tahun untuk 90% dari potensi yang kita bangun. Jadi jangan biarkan semenit, sejam hilang begitu saja. Setiap bertemu anak, lakukan stimulasi sekaya mungkin dari berbagai jurusan. Karena itulah dibutuhkan orang sekampung untuk membesarkan anak, karena kualitas stimulasi itu nggak bisa diharapkan dari keluarga inti, extended family juga nggak cukup, diperlukan dukungan masif. Mudah-mudahan hak anak kita untuk menjadi anak yang healthy, educated, and then safe, resilient, and also protected ya. Dan kalau ini bisa, maka tagline kita di Indonesia, anak Indonesia yang sehat, cerdas, ceria, dan berakhlak mulia. Itulah tujuan parenting kita. Terima kasih.
Mantap, luar biasa Prof. Stimulasi Prof ya. Oke. So yeah, you have your closing statement with you.
Just I like to say one word. I propose to all of the I like to say one word from our region. I need to strengthen among the early childhood care, education, and parenting. Give and gain in our conference and sharing experience from different countries for promoting for early childhood care and development to be better as a foundation before they move to grade 1 of primary school. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So, Bapak Ibu, ini akhir dari sesi kedua. Thank you very much for your inspiring presentations. That is very grateful that we have you here, and for the insightful presentation as well. So, saya kasihan karena belum punya kekasih. Cukup sekian, terima kasih. Saya senyum dilempar sepatu. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Berat di kami ini untuk membalas ya Pak. Oke.
Siap, langsung.
Carry on.
Jeffrey.
Thank you very much for all the speakers and moderator for the second session. And we would like to invite the governing board members of Myanmar, Dr. Kin Nin Nue, to deliver the token of appreciation for our moderator and speakers. during the second session. So it is interesting to know the perspective from father. They need also to share and platform to discuss with other fathers. So don't go anywhere for the audiences, because after the break, we still have our third plenary session. So don't go anywhere, because it will be also interesting to know.
It is, I believe.
Bapak Ibu kalau lihat misalnya Pak Dokter kok nggak dikasih karikatur, sudah kami kasih kemarin ya. Kok ini katanya 2 dikasih, 1 dikasih, udah semuanya dapat kok.
Oke. Ada klarifikasi ya dari Pak Suhendri. Oke.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Perhaps all together,
Yeah.
Madam and
Can you
sirs
take a
and
picture
madam,
all together?
can we have a group picture together?
Boleh maju, Bapak, can kindly move forward a little bit. Thank you very much. And the see you later. Thank you very much. You
Thank
may
you
return
very
to your
much. Terima
seat.
kasih banyak Bapak dan Ibu. Silakan untuk kembali ke kursinya masing-masing.
Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, we're having lunch break for 60 minutes or for an hour.
An hour, yeah.
So we would like to inform you that lunch break is available in front of this ballroom. So you may access and eat your lunch here inside the ballroom. And we will meet again at 1:55, okay, 60 minutes.
60 minutes.
Right after this break. So we're looking forward to seeing you again for the third plenary session. So don't go anywhere. See you after the break.
Ya, Bapak dan Ibu, waktu istirahat akan 1 jam ke depan. Makan siang sudah disediakan di depan ruangan. Bapak dan Ibu silahkan untuk mengambil makanan dan dapat makan di dalam ruangan. Sekali lagi kita akan break untuk makan siang selama 1 jam. Terima kasih banyak Bapak Ibu, sampai ketemu setelah makan siang.
Yeah, see you after the break.
Bapak Ibu, sedikit informasi, di depan ada foto booth yang tentunya bisa Bapak Ibu manfaatkan untuk berfoto bersama teman-temannya.
Yes.
And the photo could be took as a souvenir, right,
Yes.
Jeffrey, ya?
So there is also a photo booth available in front of the ballroom. So please kindly access the photo booth for souvenir from this annual event.
Yes, so I just received an information from our committee. If you are happen to lost a bag, please contact our committee at the front of at the front of the room. I mean.
Yes.
Bapak dan Ibu, jika Bapak dan Ibu kehilangan tas, saya baru mendapat kabar. Silakan hubungi panitia yang ada di depan ruangan. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.
2.
So good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back. Yeah,
Welcome back again.
to the annual Early Childhood Care Education and Parenting Regional Forum 2025.
25.
Have you had your lunch already? Yes.
Yes. I hope you all enjoy the lunch, yeah?
Yes,
Because
as we
I
did,
did.
as we did, as we did enjoy the lunch. And
Okay.
as it is mentioned before, Fatima, that this afternoon we will have our third plenary session. So for those who are still on the way to ballroom, please kindly join us because we're going to listen to our very last session.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, as we now arrived at our final plenary session, a session that takes us beyond local perspective, connecting our shared vision to the regional and also global stage. This session, entitled Regional and Global Initiatives, will highlight collaborative efforts, policies, and innovations that strengthen early childhood care, education, and parenting across nations. Through these initiatives, we are reminded that nurturing every child is not only a national commitment, but a collective global responsibility.
That's true, Fatima. To guide
Yes.
us through this concluding and forward-looking discussion, it is my pleasure to introduce our moderator for this session. Ms. Dwi Anissa Fakumala is currently part of Research and Development Division at Simeo Sisap, where she is actively involved in research, data analysis, and program development in the field of early childhood care and education. From 2021 until 2024, she served as Knowledge Management Officer at Simeo Sisap, contributing to the development of educational materials, publications, and policy briefs to promote inclusive and equitable early learning. With her dedication to research, education, and innovation, we are honored to have her moderate today's session. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Dwi Anissa Fakumala.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. My name is Anissa. Now I want to be a moderator for this session. We have an exciting discussion ahead in the session 3, focus on regional and global initiative and strengthening early childhood care and education. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to invite distinguished speakers to the stage. The first one, we have Mr. Eliah Bach. Please welcome to the stage. Secondly, please welcome Ms. Sifa Andina. Third, we are very happy welcome Ms. Sri Rosyanti and Ms. Sri Irianingsih Aswino Ibu Guru Kembar. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please give applause for wonderful speaker. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, to the next agenda, I would like to give presenter because time is very limited. So I will give you can speak 10 minutes to presentation, and after all speaker presenter finish, we will proceed a Q&A session. The first speaker is Mr. El Yahbah, and before his presentation, let me brief introduce him. Dr. El Yahbah is a husband, father, entrepreneur, and philanthropist. He was the founder and CEO of a real estate investment for 20 years before retiring in 2020. Then he had devoted his time to global philanthropies, especially in empowering parents to become more educated, supported, and engaged in their children's success. He was born in Seoul, Korea, and educated in the United States. Dr. Bah studied in University of Minnesota Twin Cities, Harvard University, and University of Pennsylvania. Please welcome Dr. El Yahbah. The floor is yours.
Is the presentation going to be on?
Okay, sorry, the team, can you showing the presentation?
Okay, so it's rebooting, so I'll just go ahead and start. Thank you so much for having me here. So my foundation's work is very simple. My work is to support parents, and this is a very personal work for me because I am a father of 3 children. 2 of them are here today. And so you'll see there are 2 little kids that are look like me and taking some pictures, and they're doing great. So thank you for welcoming us here in Jakarta. It's our first time here. But as I said, this is a very personal work for me because I grew up without a father. I was raised by a single mom in Seoul, Korea, who brought me and my younger sister to America when I was a teenager. So I actually saw that how much struggle that my mom had to go through to raise me and my sister. And even at that young age, maybe I was 13 or 14 years old, I was already determined that one day when I become a dad, I'm not gonna be like my dad. I wanna be there for my children. I want to do something for my children. And then the time has passed, and I somehow got into a real estate investment career for a long time. And just 5 years ago, that's when my wife and I decided, we want to do something for our children and for the next generation. And one of the things that during that 20-year time in real estate, one thing that really sort of blessed me was that I got married and I became a parent myself. So even though I had been anticipating for that moment for a long time, when I actually held my baby for the first time, the first thought that came to me is, okay, what do I do? I have no, even though I've been really wanting to be a parent for a long time, I really had no idea what I'm doing. And every day I was struggling. Am I doing this right? Am I doing this wrong? And initially I thought it was unique to my own situation because I didn't have a father figure to look up to. But then very quickly when I talked to my friends who grew up with both parents, who also have their parents now, they're all feeling the same way. And we heard this morning from other wonderful presenters all this data and information about how all parents want to be good parents. They all want their children to be happy and successful. But then, regardless of where they live, regardless of their level of education or socioeconomic status, we all have no idea what we're doing. So that's where I got the inspiration to start this foundation that is dedicated to support parents. So today what I'm going to be talking about is specifically what I'm actually doing in order to support parents. So for the first 5 years, so for the first 5 years, so I started this in 5 years ago in the beginning of 2020. My underlying thinking was, okay, we are making all kinds of decisions for our children every day, but none of these decisions are really based on anything. We're making intuitive decisions. Okay, so if I can provide all these parents with some evidence-based educational resources, then maybe if parents are better informed, they can make better informed decisions so the outcome will be better. So we commissioned multiple universities across the world, gathering information on how parental engagement plays a role in various areas of children's development. And then we convert them into media contents and we distribute them all over the world through agencies like the UNICEF, UNESCO, World Bank, OECD, government ministries. So I was told that my foundation's resources are reaching hundreds of millions of families worldwide, which was very great. I felt very good about it. But during that 5-year time that I've been doing this work, I observed and learned two critical lessons. First lesson is that all these organizations, they have already spent billions of dollars in doing research. So there are plenty of research evidence in existence. They have already produced enough of these parenting resources and have distributed them all over the world. Second, so that's the first lesson, that I don't have to do any more research. Second lesson, which is probably the most critical lesson that I learned, is that the parents who are intended recipients of these resources, they don't know how to utilize them. And so all this valuable research evidence, all these parenting toolkits, handbooks, guidance, they're basically going straight to trash cans because parents don't know how to utilize it and benefit from it. That's where I saw a critical gap of abundance of research evidence and parenting resources and the parents who are not able to benefit from it. So the first question, how do I bridge that gap? So that's where I thought about, okay, what we really need to do in order to make a difference is to create this new category of profession that I call a parent counselor, who are providing hands-on support to parents so they are actually supported on how to utilize and benefit from these existing resources. So that's what I decided to do in the beginning of this year. And I thought about what benefit does this parent counselor bring to not only to the families, but to the society at large. First, obviously, educational benefits. There are plenty of research evidence, many of them we saw earlier today. When parents are engaged with their children, the children will do better in every aspect of their educational, higher test scores, higher graduation rates, lower dropout rates, higher attendance in colleges. There are clear educational benefits when parents are engaged. Social benefits. When parents are engaged with their children, they're much less likely to go into violence in the schools, in the communities, creating a healthier society. Health benefits, one of the focus areas of this curriculum that we produce parent counselors is in basic health and hygiene education. We heard earlier again today about just basic things like washing your hands before eating. That simple activity alone can reduce millions of children from getting sick and dying. And obviously economic benefits, we're creating millions of new jobs that when they start earning money, where they're going to be spend that money? Back to their national economy. They're going to be buying groceries, buying properties, paying taxes. So I just saw myself. So it kind of scared me for a second. But anyway, so it really creates a big benefits for the society, not only to the families, but to the country as well. So that leads to the second question. Okay, how do I create this parent counselor? So I initially reached out to the universities that I was working with and then asked them to create a center. But it takes a long time, as you know, many of you are in academia. So I ended up establishing our own institute within my foundation that have developed this curriculum to train and produce parent counselors. And now it is actually complete, all the courses, online videos, and we even have an AI simulation where students can actually practice with this AI avatar that can assess, and with all the right rubrics that we upload to the avatar, so we can actually give an opportunity to all the students who are taking this online to practice this. And then, obviously, I am based in New York City, so my curriculum was also produced by American scholars. And in order for this to work in other countries, this needs to be localized in order to align with a local culture, religion, way of life, languages. So now we have established 14 partnerships with 14 universities in different countries where we are providing them with a curriculum as well as funding. So they are working to localize it, and we are jointly offering it to the local community. I work with the government ministries to formally recognize this program as a legal pathway, legitimate pathway to a career. So, for example, I just came to Indonesia from India. I spent a week there. But before that happened, we've been in communication for several months, where now I am very happy to announce the Indian government, specifically Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship and their National Skill Development Corporation, have formally recognized this program. And they are, in addition to the certificate that the students will be receiving from my institute and the Indian University, they will also receive a government-issued license. So anybody in India now will be recognized as a licensed parent counselor in their country, leading to a formal profession. So, question 3. Now we have this institute and program and courses all designed. So who's going to enroll? Unemployed youth. This is a big problem in most countries. As I am working with many different organizations, I have seen the data. The people who have graduated from college but do not have a job. Underemployed seniors who are too old to be working full-time but not old enough. They still need to work and they still want to work. They have a great candidate. Second is a professional development opportunity. People who are currently educators or the caregiving professionals, they're going to be a great candidate for them to enroll in this program and then get further licensing from their government and start working with parents, as well as a parent themselves who want to become better informed about parent and how to work with parents. So that's the kind of a demographics of the target audience that we are thinking of. And probably the most important and the exciting question is who will hire them, right? So they can get all the license and certificate they want, but if nobody hires them, then it becomes a meaningless piece of paper. So the first, my institute, my foundation and their corresponding government, we are running a national campaign. For example, again, in India, most people when they graduate from college, they're thinking of becoming hired by somebody. But we want to encourage people, now that they have all the tools as well as a license, we want to encourage them to think about, okay, I can actually open my own practice and becoming an entrepreneur themselves. So they can start earning their own wages themselves. Second, we're working with government ministries to increase their national educational budget, so that money will go into their public school system, and each public school will hire these parent counselors for students who go to their school. Third, my foundation is currently raising big capital funds to invest, and with the dividends, we will hire these parent counselors ourselves in the target countries, and then we can move that, we can show the data to convince the finance ministry and education ministry this is a good investment in their countries. So that is third. We also have been speaking with the international multilateral financial institutions, the World Bank, Asian Development Bank, Inter-American Development Bank. I have explained this initiative, and they have said if the governments come to them with a formal proposal, they can certainly consider this because this is basically what they do. And last but not least, we have created another separate division within my institute where we are hiring the graduates of this program ourselves, and we match them with the families and schools that may look for these kind of services for a fee. And we can do that domestically and also export these talents to other countries internationally. So basically, this is what my foundation and my institute has been doing and we are currently doing now. It is happening in multiple countries, and I'm very happy to be here because this body, I understand, is a gathering of the policymakers in the Southeast Asian countries.
Sorry, sir. Time's is
up.
yeah.
Yes, okay.
Okay. Can you be
Yes.
fast? Okay.
Yeah, so I ask you to consider implementing or considering this initiative in your countries, and if you have any questions, I'm here. My two surrogates in this room, they have my card. You can reach out to them. Look forward to working with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Aliahbah, for your presentation. Because time is very limited, maybe the next presentation I will to read about the short resume for the next speaker is Ms. Sifa Andina. Ms. Sifa Andina has been working in the field of early childhood care and development for more than 20 years, and she also developed Plan International ECD program in International and Timor-Leste, and founder a coalition of 28 civil society organizations focusing on policy. Because time, please, Madam Sifa Andina, time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. Hello. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Hello. I'm just trying to wake you up. Dr. Bach, I would like to be the first parent counselor in your institute. It seems most needed in this country because, like you say, there's many parenting programming, there's many tools that we've created to parents, but delivery is the problem. And that's what I'm going to discuss with you and to share with you the journey that Plan International have in Asia, Middle East, and Africa, trying to understand what really drives caregivers of young children to change, what helps them to engage in more actively in parenting program and in early childhood programming. So the journey that I'm going to share with you today is supported by the Australian government through the Australian NGO Cooperations Program or ANCP programs. I'm Indonesian, based in Jakarta, but I work for the Plan International Australia. All right, next please. I'll begin to share the journey that we have in Indonesia. So together with BKKBN, the National Board on Family Planning, we examining why participations in the government parenting sessions, we call BKB, Bina Keluarga Balita, remains low. It is a national program, but despite having a strong national platform, only around 30% of caregivers aware of its program. It's due to many factors. Some of it is because parents only inform of the activity of the sessions at the very last minutes. So together with Yayasan Plan International Indonesia and BKKBN, we use a behavioral insight to test what might be motivate parents. We use different testing for mother, for fathers, and also to youth parents. Our goal is not to replace BKB, so we want them to make it more engaging and inclusive, and many more parents coming to the BKB programming. Next, please. Together with the local research institutions called Nudge Plus, we use their framework, it's called Caliber, where we implement, we're trying to develop a systematic approach that is evidence-based to change the behavior. And this methodology focuses on identifying the drivers, the barriers for caregiver to engage into the parenting program. And we do qualitative and also quantitative research in Pandeglang, Lombok, and Timur Tengah Selatan to see and to test various behavioral nudges to see which one is the most effective that will drive the participations in parenting program. So this, next slide please. This is to give you an illustration, the full stage of a nudge prototype that we developed. So we know there is a parenting program already, but the problem is the participations. So what we test was from the early stage. You will see there is a pre-invitations even before the invitation share to the parents. So the pre-invitations, and then the invitations, and then the activity itself, or pre-activity, like 1 day before the activity, before the group meeting, during the activity, and then post-activity. So the full stage approach will ensure the nudge are not one-time messaging, but it's also a part of continuous behavioral journey. So it's not just the attendance that we want to increase, but also long-term positive habits. Yeah, I will not go into detail into all of the stages here. Next, please. Just to give you a bit of a overview of what kind of tools or prototype that we tested on the ground in these 3 locations. So for the pre-invitations, we called it as the save the date. So it's like, you know, we give an announcement, save the date, this time we'll have the BKB programming. And this also then delivered by invitations through online or through paper. What, 5 minutes left? All right, sorry. Okay, just skip this part, continue. And this is the invitations poster. Next, please. For male caregiver, and this is through the most announcements. Next, please. Amin Hari.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Next, please. Sorry, I cannot explain it because I just have 5 minutes left. Go on, please. Next. Go on. Continue. You can have the presentations later on. So what we've learned here, there is no one size fits for all approach. So we need segment-specific communications to the parents. Gamified peer educations or peer activity-based attract youth. But for the mothers, it's more using on visual and you know, like a bring a friend kind of prototype. And for fathers, it have to be using authoritative messages to motivate men to attend the parenting program. All right, next. Because I promised you earlier that I'll share with you our journey in different countries. So this one is what we've learned in Timor-Leste. We took a different but equally human approach using cooking shows that was aired nationally at national broadcast. It's called Protein Loron-Loron, meaning protein in every day. So stunting is, next please. Stunting is very high in Timor-Leste. And there's so many stunting interventions, parenting program and everything, but stunting remain high. So we've learned that we need to do something differently to inform parents about, eating healthy behavior. And this is also because of the eating habit is passed on generation to generation. So we need to create something that is, become like a new habit for them. So what we do is that we created a national TV program to demonstrate affordable but protein-rich meals using local ingredients. It's as simple as cooking moringa, adding moringa to the porridge, mung bean, eggs, and soybean. But the way we do it, can we go next, please? I have 30 seconds just to show you the short video teaser where the president of Timor-Leste also appears in the cooking show. So we have 8 videos, cooking shows. The president, the prime minister, also local villagers attend or, in the videos. Can you play the video? As if this is coming from the MasterChef shows. So it's not like a typical ordinary traditional, like government intervention shows. So we produce it as if it's MasterChef. And the result is very amazing and promising. Awareness of protein consumption have raised from 20% to 90% only by watching these videos, 8 series of the videos. Okay, next please. Right. Now let's turn to a very different setting, in a crisis setting. Next please. Plan has experience working with parents who faces stress, trauma, and uncertainty due to conflicts or humanitarian crisis in Myanmar, Rohingya, in Africa, and in Palestine. So what I'm going to share with you some of our interventions and work with these parents. Next, please. So we began in Myanmar back in 2020. We call the program as Parenting Under Pressure, and this is a peer-to-peer approach because it's difficult to find even psychologist or counselor. Parent counselor is not there, so we work with parents to help other parents. And next, please. Yeah, so this is a group-based parenting sessions that cover 17 topics, and they learn together stress management, emotional regulations to positive disciplines and communications, and how they can share responsibilities among parents in their neighborhood. And this has been implementing in Burkina Faso, Mali, South Sudan, and Ukraine. Next, please. We also create a hybrid version to help parents who cannot come to this group meeting, so then they can listen to the audio messaging. Next, please. All right. Before I'm sharing about this one, actually there's another one we call the program Eat, Play, Hug, and this is for the food hunger crisis in Africa regions. And in Eat, Play, Hug, we developed 26 videos, and the videos were screened during the food distribution. So if you can imagine, like thousands of people gathering to receive food distributions, to receive blanket. So we share the short videos talking about parenting practices, practical practices. They would have informations using animated video, in very interactive video, but it's not in this site, please. And this one is the last thing that we've developed together with the Palestinian community. It's a storytelling. It's called Sadafa. Sadafa means seashell, and seashell is a symbol of historical, artistic, and spiritual symbols of the people in Gaza, Palestine. So the stories we created in Sadafa is a gentle way to restore emotional connections and preserve hope amid the conflict between the parents or whoever nearby the children, so that they can tell the stories, they can listen to lullabies. I'm not sure, because I'm not using Apple, I'm not sure if it's work in Apple now, because we've got banned from Android. It's so difficult to develop something to parents and children in the Palestine. So this is just, we have the repository of the stories with us, and we are now waiting to have a different channel to share the stories of the Palestinians' parents. So across these different contexts, in Asia, to Africa, to Middle East, and in conflict-affected setting, one insight stands out. Behavior change began with empathy. So when we truly understand caregiver realities, their time pressure, their social networks, their emotions, we can design solutions that feel possible, not idealistic, but it's possible for them. Whether it's through behavior nudge, cooking show, peer support group, or even like collections of their stories. So combinations of behavioral insight, community engagement, and storytelling, we believe it can create sustainable change, and it will influence not just the parents, but also what they actually do. So thank you very much. I feel like I'm running just now.
Okay, thank you so much, Madam Siva Andina, for your wonderful presentation. And the last speaker, Madam Sri Rosyanti and also Madam Sri Irianingsih, as no Ibu Guru Kembar. They are twin teacher, are educator from Semarang, Indonesia, and the founder of the Sekolah Darurat Kartini. Please welcome Madam Sri and also Madam Irianingsih.
Selamat siang Bapak dan Ibu, saya memakai bahasa Indonesia. We are from Emergency School Kartini and Academy Indonesia from Jakarta, Indonesia. Kami sudah 35 tahun mempunyai sekolah Darurat Kartini, dan kami lakukan berdua dengan kembaran saya, yaitu Ibu Riani dan saya biasa dipanggil Rosi, Ibu Guru Kembar.
Okay, my team, can you help me to next slide?
Sebelum mulai belajar biasa kita bersih-bersih dulu sekelas, memasak untuk makan, dan mempersiapkan untuk belajar. Itu rutin kita kerjakan, dan dulu 5 sekolah semuanya 3033 murid kami, yaitu children poor, orang miskin, dan tidak kami pungut biaya apapun. Jadi dapat pakaian seragam, sepatu, alat tulis, tas, dan makan setiap hari 1 kali. Tapi kalau untuk yang ditinggal ibunya di TKI atau bagaimana, kita bekalin lagi untuk makan di sore hari. Tetapi juga orang tua ikut bersama-sama belajar, terutama yang masih kecil, menambahkan pengetahuan kepada orang tua agar bisa mendidik anak di rumah. Kita ajarkan membaca, menulis, dan berhitung, tentunya dengan hati. Karena mereka bau dan ngambil sampah, setelah ngambil sampah sekolah biasanya. Nah, kita suruh mandi dulu tentunya, kita kasih baju seragam dan baru sekolah, kalau enggak bau sekali. Tapi itu semuanya dari hati. Kalau dari hati, kalau mengajarkan anak sekolah menulis dan membaca itu kan harus begini. Nah, itu baunya sangat menyengat, tapi kalau kita sudah niat dari hati, ya biasa saja. Motorik kita ajarkan juga, tentunya menggambar, melukis dan sebagainya. Kreativitas juga ini kita ajarkan, seperti anaknya orang kaya juga pakai Lego-Lego. Bahkan di rumah itu kita ada PAUD dan TK, saya pakai kolam renang di rumah saya untuk orang miskin. Jadi kita ajarkan berenang. Makan bersama, berbagi, biasanya yang membagi adalah muridnya supaya adil. Mereka kalau telurnya satu, jadi dia harus ditanamkan untuk keadilan. Pentas seni juga kita ajarkan musik tradisional, tarian tradisional, dan kita bahkan ada membatik dan sebagainya. Itu kita ajarkan menjahit dan sebagainya, karena untuk bekal dia nanti kalau sudah dewasa. Rata-rata umur 15 sudah disuruh kerja. Jadi dia sudah punya bekal untuk keterampilan. Nah, ini memasak dari TK, kita ajarkan memasak dan nanti makan bersama. Kalau rekreasi kita ajaknya ke perpustakaan nasional, ke museum, agar mereka mengenal sejarah Indonesia. Kita ajarkan upacara setiap hari Senin, pramuka, juga aktivitas di luar. Kita bekerja sama dengan TNI, polisi, agar kita gampang untuk membuat rumah-rumah belajar di seluruh Indonesia. Yang kita punya adalah 267. Bagaimana gurunya? Gurunya ya TNI-nya yang jaga perbatasan. Bagaimana cara membawa barang ke sana? Kan kita punya Hercules, kita tidak bayar. Kita punya helikopter, tidak bayar. Ada salah satunya yang di sini istrinya yang biasa mengantar kami sampai ke pedalaman. Nah, ini biasanya kalau ulang tahun kami berdua, makanya tumpengnya banyak karena umurnya sudah 76 tahun. Jadi tumpengnya banyak, itu kecil-kecil. Itu yang membuat juga anak-anak sendiri. Nah, terima kasih tentunya mau mendengarkan kami. Dari
untuk anak-anak itu selalu harus pakai sentuhan jiwa agar anak-anak itu juga nyaman. Berarti dengan gurunya ataupun dengan ayah dan ibunya di rumah itu harus berbarengan. Juga diberikan cinta, gurunya harus memberikan cinta. Kalau tidak dengan cinta dan care, ya tentu tidak akan berjalan. Anak-anak tidak akan juga mau belajar. Itu harus dilakukan secara real. Jadi tidak hanya bicara, tapi dengan tindakan yang jelas. Anak-anak itu pasti mau sekolah dan bersama-sama ibu, ayah, dan ibu gurunya. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.
Okay, thank you so much, Madam Srigi, for your wonderful presentation and about to facilitate the children for the marginalized. Jadi Ibu Sri mendirikan sekolah gratis gitu ya Bu ya, gratis untuk anak-anak yang miskin gitu ya. Udah luar biasa, untuk mohon tepuk tangannya semuanya. Please give applause for speaker, and I think this is very time's up. So thank you so much for this session, and maybe I will one closing statement for this session. We learned that empowering parents and communities is a very vital to improving early childhood care and education. Thank you so much for this session. I'm sorry for my mistake, and I want the only pantun. Makan bihun bareng kekasih, cukup sekian dan terima kasih. Thank you so much for this event. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much for all the speakers and moderator. Once again, please big applause for speakers and moderator in this third session. Teh Fatima, and
Yes,
also we would
Jeffrey.
like to invite governing board members of Malaysia, Mr. Haizrul bin Ali, to come forward to give the token of appreciation for our speakers and moderator in this session. Would you kindly move forward a little bit? Thank you very much. So it's another inspiring session that we had today. So what I note from the session is that we need love. We need love and care. So those also important elements for us in parenting.
Yes, indeed. For the moderator, the last one. Okay, great. We are going to have a big group picture together.
Group
Is it
picture
done?
together.
Okay, group picture together for one more time.
With the C sign for the second pose.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of
Thank you very much.
applause
You may
for
return to your
our
seat.
speaker and also our moderator.
So ladies and gentlemen, as we approach the closing moments of our time together, we invite you to take a brief pause and reflect on the past 2 remarkable days. As we mentioned before, that this event is held by Symbiosis App in line with their celebration of 8th Governing Board Meeting 2025. To help us relive those highlights, our incredible documentation team has prepared a special recap video for these 2 days events, capturing not only the moments, but also the spirit of this wonderful event. So, please everyone sit back, relax, and enjoy this short video. Let's watch it together.
1965, Southeast Asian nations came together to establish CNEO, recognizing that regional cooperation in education are vital forces for nation building, social progress, and long-term development.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, as we approach the end of today's meaningful forum, it is time to reflect on the key insights and collective aspirations of what we have shared. Through the plenary session, we have explored how parenting, family, and community play vital roles in nurturing every child, and how collaboration at the regional and global levels strengthen our collective impact. To wrap up today's discussions and provide key takeaways from the forum, we are honored to invite the Deputy Director of Program of Siamia CSEP, Mr. Widodo Suhartoyo, to deliver the wrap-up as well as the closing official for today's event.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan, Rahayu, and good afternoon to all. The Honorable distinguished delegates, esteemed colleagues, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen. The Honorable Pungkas Bajuri Ali, the Senior Advisor to the Ministry for Social Affairs and Poverty Alleviation and Interim Deputy for Human Development and Cultural Affairs in Bappenas, Ibu Woro Srihastuti Sulistianingrum, STMED, Deputy for Coordination of Increasing the Quality of Children, Women and Youth in the Coordinating Ministry for Human Development and Culture of Indonesia, Simeo CSEP Director, Ibu Profesor Vina Adriani, PhD, Ibu Inge Sanitasia Kusuma, Country Head Tanoto Foundation Indonesia, Profesor Dr. Fasli Jalal, PhD, Rektor Universitas Yasri, Ibu Vivi Andriani, the Head of the Planning and Cooperation Bureau, Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education of the Republic of Indonesia, Bapak Haris Iskandar, Widya Brada Ahli Utama from Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education of Republic of Indonesia, Mr. Prakosal, our GB members Cambodia, hopefully the lifetime GB. Ibu Hajah Nur Susilawati binti Haji Muhammad Tahir, GB members from Brunei Darussalam, all CMO CSEP GB members, Deputy Director for Administration, Alejandro Ibanez, PLM Program Manager, Policy Specialist CMO Secretariat, who is going to leave now, and Dr. Hasina Bahnu Ibrahim, UNESCO Co-Chair for Early Childhood Education, and Ibu Guru Kembar, yang saya hormati, and then Elijabah, Global Parent Forum, Ibu Siva Adina from Plan International but Indonesia, and Bapak Itsma Mahayatika dari Ayah Asi, ya, distinguished delegates, esteemed colleagues, honored guests. As we come to the closing of today's annual regional forum, allow me to express on behalf of CMEO our deepest appreciation for your advice, participation, thoughtful insight, and unwavering commitment throughout today's rich, meaningful discussion. Although our time together has been brief, the depth of our exchange reflects our shared conviction that parenting is not only a personal responsibility, but a collective investment in our future as a region. So allow me to read one pantun on this. Kemaluku beli pala, jangan lupa beli juga roti.
Cakep.
Ilmu parenting sudah di kepala, di rumah harus dipraktekkan, jangan hanya nonton TV. Ladies and gentlemen, from our keynote, Dr. Pungkas Bajuri Ali from Bappenas, we were reminded that strengthening parenting for holistic and integrated early childhood development is a vital national and regional priority. By empowering parents with both warmth and guidance, especially in this digital era, we nurture children who are not only school ready, but life ready, healthy in body, resilient in spirit, and strong in character. This vision has further illuminated in our first session on foundational parenting and child development. We learn from Rumah Anak Sigap established by Tanoto Foundation, that responsive caregiving, simply play, and early stimulation can change the entire trajectory of our child life, because as a beautifully stated, if we change the beginning of the story, we change the whole story. We also heard how Indonesia's PAUD holistic integrated framework supported by Kemenko PMK and the Ministry of Education bridges sector education, health, nutrition, and protection so that every child grows in a nurturing environment. Our regional partner from Brunei Darussalam share inspiring example of how early learning grounded in cultural and moral values can thrive through play-based learning and strong school-family partnership, reminding us that quality and identity can coexist in harmony. In session 2, our discussion turned to strengthening family and community support. Professor Hasina Ibrahim reminded us that families are not passive recipients of policy, but active partners in care and education. The more we recognize and empower their role, the more inclusive and sustainable our system become. From Ayah Asi Bandung, Ms. Pak Itsma, we learned that parenting truly takes two, that we well-being of children depend on both mothers and fathers sharing responsibility, love, and learning. Professor Fazli Jalal further reminded us that human capital begins at home during the first 1,000 days of life, when nutrition, stimulation, and care shape of a child's brain, potential, and destiny. And from our colleagues in Cambodia, we heard how community engagement and parental education can transform local challenges into national progressive, proving that every effort, however small, ripples outward and impact. Our final session, focusing on regional and global initiative, invited us to think beyond borders. Dr. Elijah Bach's Licensed Parent Counselor initiative illustrated how we can professionalize parenting support and build global infrastructure that empower every caregiver everywhere. From Plan International Australia, we learned that real change begins when we truly understand caregivers, that motivation, context, and stories, and design programs that speak to their realities. And through the moving story Sekolah Darurat Kartini, we were reminded that even in hardship, education and parenting can flourish when grounded in compassion, persistence, and community solidarity. When parents learn and grow with their children, we do more than teach, we restore hope and dignity. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 more pages. Across all this session, one message rings clear. Parents are the first teachers, family are the first school, and communities are the first ecosystem of care. To strengthen them is to strengthen the foundation of our societies. But we also know that parents cannot walk this path alone. They need to support of responsive system, healthcare, nutrition, education, protection, and social services that work hand in hand. Holistic approaches therefore demand not only compassion but coordination across sector, across institution, and across nation. This is why today's dialogue is more than an event. It is a part of a movement, a regional effort that echoes the ASEAN Leaders' Declaration on Early Childhood Care and Education, and align with our shared aspiration under the Sustainable Development Goals, the Nurturing Care Framework, and CMEO's regional agenda for equality and quality in early learning. Yes, challenges remain, gaps and access, disparities in quality, limited capacity, and social norms that still hinder progress. But these are not reason for despair. They are reminded of why our collaboration matters, because no single country, sector, or organization can do this alone. Only through partnership, throughout trust, share vision, and sustained cooperation can we build systems that truly nurture every child. On behalf of CMEO, CSEP, I extend my sincere appreciation to all speakers, partners, and delegates for your invaluable contribution. With gratitude for your dedication and collaboration, now officially I declare that Annual Early Childhood Care Education and Parenting Regional Forum 2025 closed. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Santi Santi, Om Namo Buddhaya, salam kebajikan, rahayu. Beli mangga, mangga kueni.
Cakep.
Di jalan ketemu teman langsung dimakan.
Cakep.
Cukup sekian acara kami hari ini. Kalau ada yang kurang, mohon dimaafkan. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bapak Widodo, for closing the event.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the end of today's program, we have listened to inspiring presentations, engaged in meaningful discussions, and exchanged valuable ideas on how to strengthen parenting, family, and community support, as well as how regional and global collaborations can contribute to holistic early childhood development.
On behalf of Siam SISAP, we would like to express our deepest gratitude and appreciation to all distinguished speakers, moderators, and participants for your active engagement and contribution. Our sincere gratitude also goes to all supporting ministries, our partners, and supporting organizations, and of course, all of members of the organizing community for their dedication in making this event a great success.
Once again, thank you for being the part of the annual Regional Forum on Early Childhood Care Education and Parenting 2025. May today's discussion continue to inspire collaboration and innovation for the better future of our children and communities. I am Shebre and my partner,
Fatima,
your master of ceremony, wishing you a pleasant day and safe journey ahead. Thank you and see you.
Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.